Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is just a quick video that I put together because I didn't really get to have like good clips like I thought I did. If you are new to my channel, my name is Swan, and I'm just going to be explaining just a few tips and just my advice on where to eat, what to do, what to avoid in Tokyo, Japan. So, a lot of the restaurants that we have, a lot of the fast food restaurants that we have in America are also in Tokyo, but they're just going to have a different variety of items on their menu. So, for example, at McDonald's, you're going to find a lot of matcha things, a lot of strawberry, just different things that we don't have in America, you're going to find in Japan. So, for example, this is one of their Sakura, which is their spring edition Sprite mixed with, I guess, like a strawberry yogurt. They also did have an apple pie that had matcha in the apple pie, which wasn't so good to me, but I think you guys should just try it on your own. Also, Starbucks has their own menu. You know, matcha was created in Japan, so everybody has matcha on their menus. Everybody serves ginger ale on their menus. Ginger ale is like their Sprite. So definitely just go and experience the different things on those menus. And then, yeah, from there, you're just going to want to just figure things out on your own, because everything that's on TikTok and Instagram that you see that's like pretty or whatever doesn't always taste good. So definitely Yelp instead of going on TikTok to look for places to eat. I highly recommend doing the Yelp thing. And then also just going and walking. Walking is your best option because when you walk, you see different things. You're like, oh, I want to try this. So if you're usually like taking an Uber or a taxi or the train and you're going to an exact location, you may miss out on those good gems. So definitely go through things on your own. If you're with a buddy or you're with your spouse or whatever, you guys just got to go walk. Walking is the best thing. And bring some walking shoes because I was trying to be cute and my feet were hurting a lot of the time. So bring some walking shoes to walk in so that you can be able to go the distance and go those miles to find out different places. And also there's so many different thrift shops that are hidden within. So yeah, just walking. That is my biggest advice. Walk. Especially if you're like living in, I'm not living in, but like staying in Shibuya or Shinjuku, walk most of the time. And then when you want to go to like the beautiful countryside, then of course you're going to need to take the train there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you return and subscribe. Enjoy. Thank you. First, I'm going to try this. It's not bad. But it's not good. I should probably eat that afterwards because it might kill my appetite. Now I'm assuming this is like gonna taste like a Shirley Temple. That's what it's giving me, Shirley Temple Sakura. That's a better view. Yeah. So this is the street I like to come to in Shinjuku because they have, I think it's called the Tato Station, where there's like, you can get all your yen and you can play the games. And then I haven't tried this, but I want to try the escape room. First of all, I feel like it'll be more fun for the escape room just because it's all in Japanese. So just imagine trying to escape somewhere that you can barely read. I mean, I can understand a few like basic terms, like when speaking, but reading, no. And they have the Dan Quixote, which is like this is not the mega one. The mega one's in Shibuya, but this one's also very good. You can come and get your necessary items. I highly suggest staying here, but when it comes to eating, you're just gonna need to just go and like roam around, because mainly all of the touristy spots in Shinjuku and Shibuya are gonna be packed. So me personally, I would stay on the outskirts and just come here for certain things. If you're not gonna go out like clubbing or anything like that, like to the bars, like avoid Shibuya. Harajuku, of course, is like where I like to go thrifting, but there's also thrift shops here too. It's just a fun street and it's pretty. It's like very Instagrammable. And then like further down, they have some cherry blossoms that have bloomed. So it's really pretty to come here in spring. And it's just a lot more updated. Like Shibuya, the streets are a lot smaller. Shinjuku, the streets are bigger. So you can see some pretty areas. There's also like a huge mall. And then there's just like little cute restaurants within. So don't be like everybody else going to TikTok looking for restaurants, because that's going to be the busiest places. You definitely need to figure stuff out on your own. Come inside, roam around, see the little restaurants on the inside, see the little bars. Like, you see how empty this place is? That doesn't mean it doesn't taste right. So you kind of have to Yelp. Instead of going on TikTok, you want to Yelp things and figure out where to go throughout Yelp, because there's so many different places. And honestly, if you are so used to like American sushi and stuff like that, this is authentic, so it's not going to taste how you think it's going to taste. So definitely just give things a try on your own. Also, a little tip: if you're using your GPS, like if you have Wi-Fi, because I know a lot of people, like, their phones won't work here. Wherever you do have Wi-Fi, look up the place that you're going to and then press go, and then your GPS is still going to work without Wi-Fi, but you have to make sure you press go before you leave the area of Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's a tip of the day. But I am going to try to taste something different. I have a taste for something different. I've been eating a lot of steak and rice. There's a lot of steak and rice places everywhere where you could cook it yourself, type of thing. But everything's pretty much decent. You just have to find your spots. Don't be like the rest of people, because you see the crowd over there. They're gonna want to go to everything that they've seen on TikTok. And Shibuya and Shinjuku are just like way too busy to just be like wasting your time when you're only probably going to be traveling for a week or two, unless you're like me where you're coming to move. Of course, you have like way more time to do things. But if you don't have that much time to do things, avoid these areas and try to explore the outskirts first, and then you can come for the fun stuff. But I prefer Shinjuku over Shibuya. Because Shibuya, I can't do what I'm doing right now. I would already have bumped into 50 million people. But right now, it's so chill in Shinjuku. It's about 5 p.m. So this street, you can actually be able to take pictures without having to worry about somebody bumping into you. And you can just have chill vibes, because the cars don't come through these streets. So yeah, Shinjuku is the place where there's like so many freaking restaurants within the street. Shibuya, it's like you're gonna expect a line out of sight of every freaking restaurant. And also Shibuya has like restaurants like Fridays and Outback, and all of these American brands that we usually don't even eat at anymore. But Shinjuku has a lot of Asian restaurants more so. I want to keep in mind, something can look like it's one restaurant, but there's like different floors with different restaurants. So just always know that like these little tiny doors that you see could be like several different floors, even though it looks like one, and that can confuse some people. So most of the time, if you are looking for something that's in your GPS and you're like not able to find it, that's because it's either upstairs or downstairs.
Thinking ahead of time, why don't you spend the night? Pick up and roll the dice, reading between the lines. We can book a flight, wake up in paradise. Tell me you're down the ride, and you can bet your life.
Yo, check this out.
does really depend on the day that you're coming out to Shinjuku or Shibuya, because I know like most people like that travel here, they come to Tokyo and they want to go to like, literally they want to go to the poppin' spots. For going out, Shibuya is the go-to because it's cool bars. There's a lot of strip clubs in Shinjuku, but there's also a lot of strip clubs in Shibuya. You're gonna literally, hold on guys, somebody was singing. So you're literally gonna see when I walk closer up the street how busy it is. It's literally so insane. I like to avoid those type of places. I don't know about you guys, but like for me, I want to enjoy my time wherever I am, and you can't do that when there's like a crowd of other people and other tourists and people who also just live here and they're leaving from work. So you want to avoid like the rush hour times, like between 3 and 5 or between 3 and 6 is really crazy because people are getting on the trains to go home. Also like early in the morning is pretty crazy. But right now it's a Tuesday night, it's chill. But even like weekends, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, insane out the membrane. But there's so many different restaurants that you could check out in Shinjuku, so I highly recommend coming out here and just going through the streets. This is why people get so nervous with Shinjuku and Shibuya Station, because there's so many people. But like all the signs tell you where to go. So I'm going to S. So I just follow the arrow all the way until I get to S. And then like once you get to S, it'll tell you like if you're supposed to be at platform 1 or 2. I did explain this in my first video, but I just wanted to say it again for anybody who's new on my channel. Definitely just know which train you're going on, because there's like hundreds of trains and then there's hundreds of platforms. So I know I'm going to the Shinjuku line, which is train S. Make sure I go all the way to S, and then I figure out if I'm going to go to platform 4 or platform 5. I know that I'm going to platform 5 because that's the location of where I live. So just follow arrows, guys. But yeah, people do get a little nervous because there's just so much going on. But I figured it out.